Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the Goodwood Podcast. We have ourselves another restream of the Mentor Tournament 2021. For it's finals, game one of the Temperance Sword bracket. We've got ourselves nashsauter versus Pix here. I'm Star, and with me on commentary is Nitro. How are you doing?
I'm great, Star. I'm looking forward to this game one of the Tempered Sword finals. I believe yesterday was game one of the Fighter Sword finals, so this is just about the end of the tournament. So, gonna crown a winner here soon.
If indeed. Nash coming here, having beaten Torin the Dragon, Josh. Let's see. Nash having come here, having beaten, Darko82, Ariel, and Josh Bittner to reach finals. And picks on his side beating Lucian Graith, Captain Cook, and North Spatty. So it should be a good race. As with the rest of brackets, this is a regular standard open 7-7 seed. So we'll see how this goes. We've got a regular old Link sprite on the left and a Psyduck on the right.
I love the different sprites that have come out, even since I started commentating. It's just the sprite development community in Rando has really done such an amazing job. If there's a sprite you want, it's probably out there in some way, shape, or form. And I have to say, sometimes it's because of all the little tech glitches that are done, I stick with the regular Link. But if I could learn them with the Mega Man sprite, that would be my go-to, because I'm a big Mega Man fan as well.
Because you can learn setups with any sprite, but it's usually best to stick with one sprite since the pixels and, visual guides tend to differ from sprite to sprite, but it looks like we're about to be off.
All right, so it looks like we have Pick starting at Sank and Nash starting in his house, and we got a key and 10 sticks on one side. So we'll see what our runner's doing. So we have Pendant at Hera, 2 regular crystals at Eastern and Desert.
Yep.
Looks like Pix is not going to check Lumberjack. Or, nope, it looks like he is. And Tier 1 Tree Pill, just single rupees. That's sad.
Womp womp.
And Uncle giving us a piece of heart. Ooh, Bush Crab giving us some bombs.
Nice find. Is nothing in the Uncle chest either, so that's a safe go for Nash. I have absolutely no idea what that is on the Lumberjack ledge.
Yeah, I did not see that. I'm wondering if someone in chat caught that. I don't even know. But he didn't even take a second to look at that, so.
Looked like it had a number? I couldn't tell you because I didn't see anything at all there.
Well, let's see if Nash gives us a second view. It looks like he's also heading towards the Lumberjack as well. He'll get
Hammer
his.
in the last
Got a
place
hammer.
in the meantime. That's a good find. And some money, not too bad. And 10 arrows, okay, so that's what that was. So no need to worry about Echo for that today. Alright, time for Kakariko here for picks. Nash not too far behind. Gonna have quite a lot of checks in here, as always. Starting off with Blind's Hut here. Having got a bunch of bombs off the Bush Crab, doesn't really have to worry about buying any. And nice bow here in Blind's Hut, as well as, hey, our first sword! And the boot! to go with it. Rando's talking a little bit in the race time room before the race started that they like to get boots early. Well, there's the boots. Whee! I have more checks here in the well. First couple checks have nothing much. They've got 20 bucks, 20 bucks, and 10 arrows. Loaded nothing in there, but at least the wine set was quite loaded. More nothing on the bottle vendor, just pay a bunch of money, get only 20 back. Helpful. Oh, and hey, and there's another sword! Okay! Game. Giving us a second sword already in the chicken hut there.
That is never a good sign, having swords early like that. You know, now all we need is the lamp. Well, now we just need a glove to get Aga access totally gone, or the lamp to put Aga into logic.
Yep.
But there's so many checks to do before the runners would even attempt to do Aga at this point.
And of course, the seed that the seed in which they get boots early is a seed in which you don't need to get the item off the library.
Oh, race game also dead. So let's see where Pix wants to go. I'm gonna assume he's gonna go to his house and go to the upper stuff. Unfortunately, Bright Beginner, we already have the Moon Pearl. It has been found, so it cannot be. But the gloves can be there.
Hicks is actually taking a different route here. He is going to check the lake island here, which has a mushroom. Okay, found it. And I think he's going to run right on off to Eastern here, since he's already got boots. Why not, I guess?
Yeah, this actually makes a lot more sense, because if he's going to do Aga, he's going to probably do Escape first, seeing if he can find the glove. Which is really the only thing he would need. And we'll find out where the green pendant is. It's Pendant Pod. And Saha has 20 bucks, piece of heart, and the glove. We have Dark World access. Aga is totally dead.
Yep. No mirror, so can't route Pod in with Eastern. Not sure they'd want to anyway, considering Pod's pendant.
I don't know. Leo would be very highly against that. She would want you to go Pendant Pod with Eastern, and I think I would have followed her because she was my mentor for most of the tournament here.
Nash, in the meantime, is doing South Shore here, taking another different route here, seeing 10 arrows.
Not the worst check in the world, because if he should get like another sword or get silver somewhere, and make things a little faster in Eastern, so not a bad decision to go that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, Nash forgot the chest in the dam.
Ooh, that could come back to haunt him.
Very nice spin speed on the stairs up to Desert, at least to get over to Agina real quick. There was nothing on the Desert ledge. These checks normally really rather suck to route in Agina and checking the Desert ledge, but having boots makes it a whole lot nicer.
Hopefully that is not a required item and he won't be burned by it, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. And 20 bucks in Eastern so far.
Nothing on Agina either.
And I think Nash is gonna continue on his South Shore route, gonna do Mini Moldorm Cave. Hopefully will not forget to talk to the NPC while he's in there. And he better be careful because these enemies do lots of damage at this point.
Yes, they do, on only 3 hearts and green mail. Yeah, hopefully yeah, luckily there's a good chance that they will need to do Swamp, since they're number 2 of our 3 pendants are. So Nash will eventually see that he skipped that then, but hopefully they'll... You know, it's not the mirrors thing in that chest. As we see, Tempered Sword Finals! Seems kind of appropriate. We've got the Temper Sword, 8 minutes in.
Yeah, right. It's always nice to get the swords early, and to know that Aga's dead afterward. But yeah, now making his way up to Ice Rod Cave, gonna do the water walk and do all of the water checks as well. Pig's better be careful with his health at 1/2 a heart here in this dark room with the key. Ooh, takes an unfortunate death, and the hook shot is in Ice Rod Cave.
Nice find.
And Pix is gonna come back later when he has more than 3 hearts.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense.
Alright, so now we can run on water with those boots and a small little glitch, and it looks like Pix is going to check the back of the escape. Nash seeing that mushroom. Bonking the wall. Let's see what's in the back here. We get $5, triple bombs, and triple more bombs. And on Hobo's side, we have triple more bombs as well.
Yep. It does look like the map will be in the front of Escape then, as well as either front of Escape or Starcross, and as well as a number of items, since we have already seen the small key in the sanctuary.
Yep. Now it looks like Pix is going back. Is he gonna re-water wall? He's probably gonna fake flipper up to Zora, would be my guess. Although it does not. Oh no, he didn't do South.
He hasn't done these checks yet.
He hasn't done South Shore. Sorry, Nash is the one who did South Shore.
Yep.
And I really, it's really interesting to see who talks to Saha in scenes like this where you don't have to worry about the maps necessarily. And let's see if Nash decides to go into Eastern or not. Will he have better luck with Eastern Palace knowing he has the hook shot?
We'll see. Pix on the other side, about to get his hook shot from Ice Rod Cave here.
Now I'm wondering if he's gonna go up the mountain first, or if he's gonna decide to go into Dark World and start that route now after he does the other water checks.
That's a good question. Because on the one hand, the mountain has a lot of checks. With hookshot and hammer, as well as the glove, you can do quite a bit up there. On the other hand, it's also entirely out of logic right now with that flute or lamp. While Dark World has quite a few checks, but those take a little bit longer to get to.
Yeah, the only reason I say, go up the mountain is at least you have the option of getting hopefully a few more hearts and maybe not dying to everything in Dark World to normally. So we'll have to wait and see what our runners decide to do. And right now Pix is in the fake flipper mode. He does not have the flippers, but with another small glitch that is allowed, he is in the water. And let's see what Nash decides to do here. He's going to go to the back where the big key normally is, and while Pix is going to do Waterfall Fairy and Zora.
And by the way, speaking of fake flippering, One of the things with ALTTPR spray variety is that even it doesn't matter what your sprite is, the capabilities of that sprite remain the same as the vanilla Link sprite, so a Psyduck still can't swim even though it's a duck. As you get Quake here in the Waterfall Fairy.
We are one of the 3 medallions. We don't know where our third pendant is just yet, and a piece of heart on Zora's ledge. Let's see what King Ripoff has today. Ooh, $20 in the vanilla big key chest. Let's see if Nash is able to clear this dungeon with a heart and a half. Ooh, is Zora just giving us 10 sticks for $500? Not a good trade.
Scam as always.
Yeah, it's a scam until it isn't. As
Yeah.
normal Rando.
I saw a seed earlier today that was an extra scam in that you paid him $500 to get your shovel to then go get $50. Thanks, game.
Right? Alright, Nash doing his best on this Dark Rune. Let's see how he does. Gets the Mimic, trying to get him to move. There it goes, gets him. And does have the key now. We have Pix in Dark World. And looks like Nash is gets the key in the hole, and he is up the stairs.
Burn was a nice find here in Hype Cave. And
Oh,
the flippers. $50 and the hurt piece. I would have laughed if the mirror was there because that would have been a swap right then and there.
Yeah, right.
And the flippers and Cane of Burna in Hype Cave. I would take that.
Yeah, that's 5 out of 5 out of 10. It's pretty good. I mean, the flippers are required, especially with
Crystal
TR.
Swamp. Let's make that like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't catch the red crystals there. I just caught that.
It looks like Swamp and TR. So I didn't catch the third pendant though.
We know that Pod is the green pendant, and I did see that Thieves Town is the other.
Oh, so yeah, so now we know where our pendants are. Our last pendant was at Thieves Town, so let's see what our runners decide to do here. Oh, Pix is doing dig game.
Yep, as Nash has just picked up the first crystal of the match at just under 16 minutes. Dig game not being the kindest here to Pix.
Luckily, it'll be the same not kind to Nash when he goes there. Oh, the ultimate arrow of destiny.
Hey, single arrow. Nash is also running on off to go do Swamp, as Pix is exiting to Sanctuary, going to check Bonk Rocks on his way to one of either Kakariko or the mountain. Heart container on Bonk Rocks is a nice find.
Looks like Pix is going up the mountain.
Alright, so there's going to be quite a lot of checks here. We've got, let's see, we've got the Old Man, Inside Spectacle Rock, 7 checks in Paradox Cave, Spyro Cave, and if Pix wants to, he can go check out Hera as well. Yeah,
and it looks like Nash is going to do Escape, the front of Escape. Let's see what's there.
Not a bad play. There's a lot of early items available here.
And what Nash is hoping not to see is that map, because then we know that Dark Cross has the map, and that he won't have to go get it.
Yep.
And very clean save of the Old Man.
Yeah. And shield for Pix off the Old Man. While her container for Nash is not bad. Better survivability in the Dark World. Nick's accidentally running right into a cave there, going a little too fast with the boots.
With the spin speed, yeah. And actually, the only time you ever see that cave is in Entrance Rando, where you have to look at that.
Yep. Red Rupee on Spectacle Rock, so don't need to worry about that. Harpies in Spectacle Rock.
Ooh, $300 in this game. And well, the good thing is that he can get a lot of information as far as like how he's supposed to get up here. Like if he finds a lamp up here, he'll know that his access was supposed to be for the flute, and vice versa. If he gets the flute, he knows he was supposed to have the lamp in order to get up there. All right, no map, so that is what is in Dark Cross, so we don't have to worry about that today.
Yep. Always a nice peace of mind. Now for Paradox picks. There's 7 checks here, including a book.
Oh, that's actually really good. You can check Ether Tablet as well while he's up here.
Very nice
Logic
timing.
Ether Tablet. Oh, there's,
there's the flute.
So we know that the lamp has to be somewhere in order to get the Mountain and Logic.
Yep. Nothing much else of note there, though.
But yeah, having flute, hookshot, and boots is your pretty much biggest mobility items. I mean, the only thing that they would probably like to have is the mirror to do some other checks, but as far as like mobility is concerned, they got everything they need to make things pretty much faster.
Yep. Alright, Floating Island is another shield for picks, so not going to bother with that.
Yep, let's see if he decides to go into Hera or not. I'm gonna guess that he is, or at the very least, he's gonna, see what's at the Ether Tablet. Or, oh, yep, he's going Ether Tablet first.
Yep, I think he'll at least try the first couple checks of Hera because you're right there. They're pretty quick, but I don't know if he'll necessarily climb. Oh, there's a first bottle.
You know, with Hera Pot, it's actually not terrible to be checking Hera right now while you're here, because it's such a long time to get back here, so it's actually not bad to get up here. And if you can get some more stuff that helps you, now we know where Mirror Shield is. We know where all 3 shields are.
Yeah, but the thing is that Hera's both badly out of logic and dependent, so do you want to climb? I could see it going either way. And the Pix is going to climb. Ash, in the meantime, is going to do the water checks here. Yes, Pix gets the carrot pot.
I don't hate this check right now. Ooh, that's pretty bad. I don't hate this check, even though it's out of logic and it's a pendant. It's you get the 2 items, you leave, and you just hope that the ped is not ever required. But it's just climbing the mountain. Every time you climb the mountain, it's 2 to 4 minutes of time that your opponent could have, if he had done it once. So you get your items, you leave. So,
well, curious thing is, X has both items and is charging it off the Moldorm anyway. I guess you're here. Huh.
He's in the Temper Sword Finals, and I was in the Fighter Sword bracket, so I'm not going to argue with him.
I mean, I guess you're here, and just in case, it would have been fairly fast if you hadn't taken the fall. Ouch. Because Temper Sword does take down Moldorm fairly quickly if you can get the hits in.
Yeah, I think he got a poke in, which is why he got the Enraged Trolldorm. So we'll have to see what happens here. Yeah, see, he got that poke in again, so that's going to, again, give him the Enraged phase. Pokes are never good against Trolldorm, unfortunately, but down he goes.
And that's pendant for picks. I think he didn't do Spiral Cave on his way up earlier because it means falling back down the mountain, having to climb all the way back up again. I think he's gonna just finish off the mountain with that. Actually, that's another thing. Burna gives you the ability to go to Spike Cave here.
And he decides to do that. He decides to do that instead of Spiral Cave. So let's see what he misses.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, I'm not. The confusion isn't over the Paradive. That made sense. I'm just a bit confused over choosing to do Boulder as nice blue mail.
That is a nice find. That makes the Dark World just a smidgen nicer. So that's a pretty. I think Pix will take that.
Yep. And the Side Hug is now shiny. Is what that sprite is. One of the fun things about the ALTTPR is many sprites are seeing what the mail upgrades do to it.
Alright, so Pix is gonna go activate the flute, and let's see where he goes next. Or he's not gonna activate his flute.
Pix? There? You don't have a mirror. Huh.
And he could have checked sick hit. Oh, he's checking ped. Oh my. Okay, chat, get your ped hypes up here because we're about to find out if there's any reason to beat any more of the pendant dungeons. So let's see what the pedestal has for us here.
Just a little piece of love. I mean, it makes sense if you just beat Moldorm for a pendant and a useless key, you want to know, was it worth it? Unfortunately, the answer is it wasn't for Pix.
Well, let's see if Nash leaves or not. Doesn't look like it. Looks like Nash is also good at least to the climb. And here comes the Swag Duck. And he is not gonna beat Trolldorm. He's going back to the start of the dungeon.
Ouch.
So he's betting on the ped being dead, which he doesn't know how much of a good idea that is. And Sick Kid has $50 his name.
So nothing helpful, just giving you his allowance.
Alright, so now we're gonna get the Spiral Cave check from Nash. We had the Spike Cave check on Pix's side, so now we're going to get the Spiral Cave side, and hopefully that is not something important, because it's going to be a long time before he comes back for it, if it is.
Oh, yeah. Pix, in the meantime, is going to go to the Dark World here, well, at least going to check out the Village of Outcasts and likely at least the first couple checks of Thieves Town. I don't know if Nicole necessarily go to the back since Thieves Town is a pendant. Also may check out the front of Skullwoods at some point, but not immediately. Makes sense without a fire rod.
Yeah, without the fire rod, it's kind of dangerous. Although Skullwoods is like one of those, like, you know, it's easy to check, so not a bad play to wait on it. Let's see. And $20 is our prize in the chess game.
Nash activating his flute.
Yeah, let's see what's in the Bombable Hut today. And just 10 more sticks. You see Sheep House first.
C-shaped house has 20 more bucks. Lovely.
And speaking of my mentor, here's Area of Light asking about Pendant Pod.
Yeah, I know the Velic going into pod earlier. Vicky in the first check of thieves.
Yeah, $50. I don't know. You know, choose your poison. Do you do Pendant Pod or Pendant Thieves Town?
At least the first 4 checks of Thieves Town are pretty quick to route in, especially with boots. It doesn't take all that long.
And
Yeah,
Nash
can do
is
up to
going
50
into
items.
Skull Woods.
That's one
There's
item.
item one.
So the thing with Skull Woods is that without a fire rod is that there are only 2 items in Skull Woods, and if both of them are on Mothula and the bridge chest, or if one of those 2 checks in the back has a Bicky and the second item is in the big chest, you end up just wasting a load of time in the front.
Yeah, that is the problem. And without Samaria, this room is definitely slower. Well, to give those skeleton things, mummies.
I was not counting how many items Fix had in the front of Thieves Town, but he's heading for the back.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but you know, I think he at least got one. I think he got $50, but he's going to the back, so hopefully this will be paying off for him. He's kind of concentrating on the pendants right now.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if you're going to concentrate on pendants, you have Pendant Pod, which has a lot more items in it than Pendant Thieves Town.
Mm-hmm. Powder is our second item in Skull Woods. And Nash is getting out of here.
Yeah, that's a good call. You get both items, and now all you have to do is clear the boss when you get the fire rod.
Mm-hmm. Is gonna go charge enough to check out Bumper Ledge here.
Ooh, there's the fire rod.
Speaking of, that's a fun spot for Fire Rod.
Well, now we need the cape. We need to find the cape in order to get fire rod to beat Mothula.
Yep. You know what? It would be very, very funny if it turns out that the cape is sitting on a magic bat.
That would be hilarious. And we do know that the small key is locked in the big key chest, which technically means that blind is hammer locked. Oh, and we found out the stun prize finally, which is $20. Someone in chat is saying cape and pendant pod. I can see that.
Yeah, quite possible. Fix could find it here in Pen Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's done 2 pendant dungeons. He already knows that the pedestal is dead. I'm not quite sure why he's doing more pendant dungeons when there's crystal dungeons to be done.
I'm a touch confused as well.
I mean, he has book. He can full clear. He can at least get into desert and see what the items are. Can't clear it, unfortunately, without a fire source.
No, and that is the issue. Pix took a death in Eastern earlier, and probably will just and just going back there at a later point in time. We can do some amount of desert. We can't get into Swamp without a mirror. From our perspective, we've already seen Skull Woods, what can be done. We can't get into Ice or Mire without Ice Mire or TR without mitts. So we don't have that many dungeons to do, and Pod honestly is not a bad play at this point.
And actually, Pod was kind of open to us early, so that probably is the answer here. It's Pendant Pod. And it looks like Nash is also going to go to the back. So yeah, there were 3 items in the back of Thieves Town. And that's
Okay, that explains the play a bit more, since if there's 3 items in the back. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Let's see what Nash does after death. Does he continue or not? He does not.
Nope.
There was
And the
nothing
back
in
of
the...
Thieves was...
Yeah, there was nothing in the back of Thieves. And there's a second bottle. All right, so Pix headed in the direction of Pendant Pod. Leo's favorite dungeon when it is a pendant. Let's see what is in there. I mean, at this point, something has to be in there based on what our knowledge is.
Pretty much, it's this or maybe the 1 or 2 items available to us in Desert.
Right. But without a fire source, you definitely can't even complete it, so it's definitely not as attractive as Pendant Pod, where you can pretty much clear most of it, if not all of it.
We do have a couple odds and ends. We never did see the dam chest because Pix hasn't been there.
Right.
We also are missing catfish.
Yep. So there's definitely some checks.
It's like a couple, like very odds and ends variety checks. Hey Lumaga in chat also recommending Pendant Pod is always the play.
Yeah, like as I said, when I am definitely one of those. I would definitely would have done I would have gone there earlier though.
Magic bat here for Nash. Pod is bow locked, though that doesn't matter in this siege considering the bow was in blindsight.
Yeah, exactly. So now the only question is where is the lamp that would get us up to get our flute? It could be right here in Pendant Pod, but that would really. But that's why I think, especially when Pod is the green pendant, it's even more worthwhile than just normally. So we'll see.
Yeah, it is interesting. So that reminds me, I forgot that Desert is currently out of logic because the book is up on the mountain as well. And we don't have a lamp for that. Mind you, we don't have a lamp for Pod, so the logic is a little limited as what they can currently get to without a fire source.
And then the cape would be giving you a fire rod, but that still doesn't give you the flute or the book.
No, but it would give you at least Desert completion and Skullwood's completion as well.
Yep.
Skullwood's completion is only the crystal. So you've already seen both items in Skullwoods. And arrows and the powder, which the powder was useless, by the way, as well.
It is useless for that item, but it is not useless for the amount of safeties it has.
It is true.
I will take the powder any day of the week, especially for especially when you're on green mail going into weird places. All right, so key for key on the bridge. So it looks like Nash is heading to catfish here. Let's see if catfish is our answer.
Yep, because Pix is running out of in-logic checks in Pod.
Yep. Well, right now he's gonna start heading to the back, and let's see if he finds that lamp or not, or let's see how comfortable he is with the dark rooms. And $50. Oh, there's the lamp.
There's a lamp.
All right, so now everything's okay in the universe. We now know where everything's supposed to be.
Yep. Logic has been sorted out. Doesn't help though for progression yet, though.
No, but that does put the book into logic, which now puts desert into logic as well.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nash goes to desert right now.
And that's exactly where Nash is headed. Heart
Makes sense.
container. Oh,
And
there's
big
the big
key.
key. Careful. Those anti-fairies still hurt. And now Pix is heading to the dark maze. So we'll see how he does with dark rooms, but so far nothing big yet in Pendant Pod. But
Not
still
really.
time.
Small key in the first check of desert. Pix is also on only 3 hearts. Make that 2. Oh, but okay. Make that 0 now. Comms curse. Yeah.
It's definitely harder with without any safeties, but let's see if he goes back. And he's going back for it.
Doesn't want to leave those 3 checks behind, which makes sense.
All right, there's item number 1.
Yeah. From Pix's perspective, he knows that at this point he should lamp is out there somewhere. Like it's locked in quite a few items and quite a few and quite possibly quite a few dungeons. So this makes a lot of sense, honestly. Like Pix knows it's going to be in logic somewhere, and he'll find his lamp later. And just running off the assumption this is available.
And now he has a little bit more health to deal with this this room here.
Map and compass on the torch and big chest of desert, so the last item is on landmost.
Let's see if Pix decides to beat Pod or not. So far, there has not been anything big in Pendant Pod that would make it worth as well. So let's see what. There's 2 more checks here, and then there's the boss, Elma, and the green pendant. So let's see what happens here. Very clean maze the second time.
Oh, and just a green rupee in the big chest.
So now the question is he is going to death warp, it looks like. So the question is he going to beat Helma? He's taking the death. Is he going to beat Helma? I mean, at this point, he almost he's synced a lot of time, and then he didn't get anything out of it. So I don't know. I guess he's gonna head over to Catfish now. So hopefully there was nothing on Helma that or on that green pendant that is important. And Nash is on looking for his second crystal of the match. And Pix is headed for Catfish, so he was going to get his lamp here momentarily.
And Mrs.
And oh, there's the mirror.
Goodness. Of course the mirror's on landmost, because you would like to be able to use the mirror to chain Meyer and Desert together, but that's impossible today. Thanks, game.
That is a big hit you in the gut kind of thing. Like, nope, we're not gonna make this easy for you.
Yeah. But this gives us X to swamp, which is exactly where Nash is going.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Another full clearable crystal dungeon here. He's gonna continue on that. Still no sign of those mitts. We still need the ice rod. We still don't know what medallions we need.
We need that cape.
Yeah, we need the cape.
Pixie has now found his logic.
Yeah, he's taking out the flute. Obviously, he's not going to swamp. He's probably going to go to a desert. and
Well,
follow
he can't
Nash.
do the swamp. He,
Right, he can't do swamp, but he's going back to Eastern.
I mean, I guess you're. I don't know. I guess he just wants to get this done and over with, which makes sense.
He's probably at this point feeling extremely behind, not having cleared any crystal dungeons in the first 43 minutes. So, and
Yeah.
dying. So, yeah. And there was an item on Armos, yes, as WorldWideWimpy suggests there
And
is an item there, so.
Nash, now seeing a damn chest he skipped forever ago, mercifully not required.
All right, and no Samaria, so we're gonna have to be doing some bomb diver downs. Let's see if Swamp Palace does us the nice and gives us all the items in the front, like such as bombos.
Rambos, if they find mitts before Cape, that does get them into Ice Palace.
Yeah. Yeah, now we just need mitts to get us into Ice Palace. Yeah, we don't need, then the cave could be somewhere in there. I just hope we have map and compass on the right side, on left side swamp, but we'll see if swamp is nice today or not.
Also would require that the big key be available to check the big chest, since I saw this seed earlier. I saw a seed earlier where mirror was in the big chest, big key in the back, and come map and compass on left side. So
Right.
rather unfortunate split placements of those things.
All right, let's see what's in there. Oh, there's the big key.
Speaking of, and Dix finally gets his first crystal of the match at 45
Oh, there's
bits. Okay.
All right, now the seat is wide open for our runners. Well, for Nash at least. He can go to TR and check the medallion there. He could go check the medallion at Visitor Meyer as well and see what item he still needs to get this seed finishable.
Nice bomb diver down. Picks up $100 and some bombs.
And Pix is not going to be far behind right now. He still needs some stuff here. And we have not seen the map or the compass, I believe, yet. So we might have a god swamp today.
We might. Depends what's on Arcus here.
Oh, Wimpy says there's one item in left side swamp. Oh, man.
Well, one
Okay.
item left in swamp.
Oh, one item left. Oh, gotcha. I misread that. Let's hope it's right here in Argus for all of our stakes, so we don't have to see left side swamp at all today. Now the question is does Nash go back in if there is an item on left side swamp or not? All right, so there is one item on left side swamp. The question is does Nash go back in, or is he happy enough with the items that he has received to continue on in this seed and hope that Ice Rod is not on left side swamp? Oh, he's going back in.
I guess he just doesn't want to come back for this, because it is a long trip to get back.
Yeah, between draining the water, all the transitions, it's not a bad choice to do it now. I don't blame him. I don't know what I would have done in his shoes since I'm not, but you know, it's harder to say when you're not running the seed.
It is. Like I can see both arguments, both just getting it just so you don't have to think about this later, and also skipping it because it's one item and and those myths open up so many other things to do.
Yeah,
But with those
absolutely.
myths, I would likely
So
I think with those myths, I would probably go Ice Palace first. It's caneless ice, but on the other hand, you can't get into TR without that cane, and you can't finish Mire without that cane. I would go ice.
you know what? I think I wouldn't do ice yet. I think before I did
Or maybe
ice,
actually
I would,
yeah.
yeah, I would actually. Wimpy kind of said it the right way. I think I would do K45 into Smith Chain, into Purple Chest, and then into Ice.
Oh yeah, right. That's yes, because there are a
Because
number of
you
checks
did get
available.
the mirror before going here, and also there's Bombo's tablet as well. Let's hope Nash does not forget about the Bombo's tablet.
Yeah, so we'll see, because yeah, there are a number of options left. Yeah, I suppose I brain farted at how many overall checks are open. So alright, left side slot for Nash. Has the compass.
Let's see, we have one more, and it will be an item. What will it be? Oh, 10 bombs. But that's okay. He knows it's nothing, and you know, he's gonna do Bombo's tablet, and then, like I said, I would do K45 right into Smith's, and hammer pegs, get Purple Chest, and just do that whole thing. And then when you get Cape, you can get the Fire Rod and actually then do King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge as well.
I was going to say Nash already did K45 before Swamp.
Oh, he did. Okay.
So he's just gonna flute on over to the player area.
And I must have missed it.
It happens. Yeah, K45 was like a red rupee or something junk.
Sure. That's either.
I was gonna say, I think that's ether, so that's an extra item to our go mode list.
The one medallion we do not have.
Because, of course, that's how the game goes.
Alright, we're gonna get checkerboard cave.
Yeah,
Oh,
magic.
that's magic.
I'll take that.
Yes, Pyramid Fairy could have something on it for sure. I mean, you know, could have the Mire medallion. That's probably about it.
That is the only thing that could be on Pyramid Fairy, because that and Silver Arrows, because Turtle Rocks are other red crystal.
Yeah,
and
Turtle Rock has a lot of requirements.
Yeah, it's like behind pretty much all of our go mode items that aren't ether. As of right now, it could be ether TR to boot too.
Well, then that would make Pyramid Fairy dead at this point.
Yep. Something for picks. Yeah, Red Cane is probably the big reason I think probably why Nash isn't in ice yet. You kind of want that for Icebreaker, and can't even can't get into Mire, and even if he could, can't Mire.
There's Cape. So there's our Fire Rod. Now, does Nash know that the Fire Rod is where it is?
Yes, Nash is the one who peeked it. I think.
Oh, okay. I need to remember if it was Pix or Nash to check that.
No, but Pix hasn't seen it, which reminds me that that's actually a problem in and of itself.
All right, so Quake for Turtle Rock. So we can get into we can't get into Turtle Rock yet because we do not have Kana Samaria.
Yep.
All right, so let's see what's in Hookshot Cave. We got 20 bucks and a fall. There's right on the doorstep.
Of course.
And another heart container. Now, I hope he doesn't go into Turtle Rock. That would be pretty bad, knowing that the fire rod is not anywhere to be found. He's probably going to do Spike Cave first and get his blue mail.
Yeah, no, I would be very, very. Nash knows where Ice Fire Rod is. That's on Bumper Ledge. I'd be very confused if Nash decided that was where he was going.
Yeah,
considering you'd know where one of your items for TR is, I would not be marching off to
the TR.
Yeah.
Now, if Pix doesn't do anything more in Swamp other than, you know, this play here with being the boss, and then go straight up the mountain to get his Kana Samaria, he's not as far behind as he once was.
No, but something to consider is that Pix is missing information in the fire rod. I mean, he will eventually do those North Dark World checks at some point. It's a matter of when, though.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem. And it looks like Nash is getting some potions here. So spending that money that he can't take to another seed. And probably heading over to Ice Palace now.
I would assume so, yes. Stabber actually Meyer wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Oh, no, you're going to
neither
go Fire Rod.
Right. Yeah, Fire Rod first. This makes sense. Fire Rod into Skullwoods, and then go do other palaces.
Actually, you could do all the North Dark World checks doing it this way. Doing Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb, all those checks, you could do them right here.
You could.
Actually, this is probably the best chance to get to do something like that, because if you do it here, at least you know, hopefully, and maybe you get an ice rod, and then you can say, oh, well, now I don't have to go to Turtle Rock. I can go do ice first if I want. Let's hope Pix goes up the mountain to get his Samaria, but I hope he does not go into Turtle Rock, because that could really be a big time sink against him if he goes into Turtle Rock, knowing where we know that the fire rod is not going to be in there, and that he can get all the way to Laser Bridge if the keys are correct. Oh, Pix is going into... Where's Pix going? Oh, he's going to get the mushroom. I forgot about the mushroom. He's going to turn in that mushroom first. And let's see what it is. Because if that's the ice rod, Nash may not remember that that's... Oh, Pombo's seen the witch. I've seen it all. I think I've ever seen that before. So angry before even getting the item, he bombos the witch. All right, let's see what the witch is now. Oh, there's silvers, unrequired, but it'll make his Ganon fight a little nicer, I guess. But that's about it.
I mean, it's nice to have at least.
It is nice to have. Unfortunately, not gonna help him beat the seed though.
No, not. No.
And Pix about to get the bad news of he still needs another medallion to beat this seed.
Yep. Moth time for Nash. Nicely done. And it'll be his 4th crystal here, 58 minutes in.
Now he'll probably go to ice. Because
Yeah, I would go.
why wouldn't the ice rod be in Ice Palace?
Yeah, it makes sense. And then I think from there, probably Meyer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we just and Nash is checking head, which he hasn't, but gonna get the good news that he doesn't have to beat any of the pendant dungeons that he hasn't even gone into.
Oh, he did Terra, but yeah,
He
that's
did Terra, but he didn't do more than the front 4 of Thieves Town. Pix full cleared Thieves Town and full cleared Hera, so and they're both heading to Ice Palace though.
But the main difference here is Pix does not have that cane.
So you're about to see how much faster it is with Canis and Maria versus and he also has to use bombos everywhere. Oh my goodness, that's also going to take more time. Whereas Pix can use Fire Rod everywhere.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
a big difference. And of course, Nash could just, go straight across and go use Cane of Samaria to do Icebreaker, whereas Pix is going to have to use the Bomb Jump. Because he just, and I don't begrudge him this. He just got Bombos, and I've seen in seeds that I've played where one thing has locked another. The fire sources have locked each other. And a clean Icebreaker for Nash. I believe that's both keys in Ice Palace.
Aren't there 3?
There might be 3. I don't remember. I stopped counting after 2.
Fair enough.
There's Ether. All right, so now it's just Ice Rod.
I realized it. Also, reminds me that Nash couldn't have gotten Mara before Icy because I forgot in that Ether. Again, there's the big key.
So doing Ice Tea Room. So yes, Nash just needs the Ice Rod to be able to complete this seed at this point, knowing that he has everything else. And a fall on attempt 1 for the Bomb Jump on Pix's side. Nope, didn't get it there either. Needs to be, I think, a smidgen lower, but I am not sure with that Sprite.
Yeah, I'm a little hard to tell as well. Well, I'm sure it's going either. Compass there for Nash.
Ah, there he gets it.
There we go.
I've even gotten rusty on my Ice Palace Bomb Jump.
This is it's a lot less common now with the Icebreaker glitch. More of a backup strat, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest, I was not counting items in Pawn, so I've got no idea if Helmus has an item, but Green Tendon definitely is one. That could be the Ice Rod.
Well, if Leia's still in here, I'm sure she would remember. But I think there might have been an item on Helma. But the Green Pendant definitely has an item for sure, she mentioned. So, I'm not sure, when they go back to Pod, for Green Pendant at that point.
And its bolts are down, giving Nash a heart piece and his 5th crystal here. And now we're 3.
I think I would do Meyer first. And if you don't find the ice rod, then you can decide if you want to go independent punt or not at that point to clear it. And yeah, make sure you guys give both these runners picks and Nash a follow. They are doing an amazing job here this evening with this seed here. So show them a little love and support if it would be great. Question in chat, who's in the lead right now? Nash is, because he has the fire rod and knows where it is. Pix does not. So he's going to full clear this dungeon, but unfortunately, he's not going to find his fire rod.
No, he's also losing time since he did come here before the mountain, which itself is understandable in its progression. Unfortunately, he does not have King of Samaria, as well as the cape for that fire rod he doesn't know is on Bumper Ledge. So it's losing a fair bit of time in the Ice Palace to that.
Yeah.
Shoutouts also, by the way, give my fellow volunteers a follow. Nitro joining me in commentary, WorldWideWimpy on tracking, and -27 on our Restreamer today.
Yeah, I would never know where we would be without our trackers. Keeping us straight here in the commentator's booth. Where you're just seeing how long it takes to go through Ice Palace when you're doing the Ice Palace bomb jump. Oh, and of course we have a Godmire.
Of course.
Actually, it'd be a really Godmire if Ice Rod was right here in this chest.
Nope.
Or not.
Chad is strongly encouraging Nash to just finish Meyer and hope Ice Rod doesn't Turtle Rock. Which certainly is a play to make, and I think that's what he's doing. I mean, it is entirely possible the second item is on Vitreous in any case.
I don't know how I like that idea, but I'm not racing this, so I think I would, rather than going back in and checking everything, I'd rather check and know that the boss has the item, but it is a gamble.
It is.
Oh, we're gonna see some spooky action here.
Yes we are. Nice.
I mean, you just look at how far Nash has gotten, and Pix is still working on Ice Palace because Bombos take forever.
Yeah, Bomb Boost and Bomb Jump combined.
Yep, exactly.
Alright, keep strats and Vidi. Should be nice and quick.
Yeah, Vidi definitely an easier boss when you have Cape and Tempered Sword and half magic.
And it's a small key on Vidi.
So yeah, now the question is, does Nash go back in or does he leave? I don't know. I that's a really tough call. I mean, I don't know if I would go up to TR yet. I know that, everybody's saying that Ice Rod is in there. I mean, it certainly is a possibility. But it is one of the items in the game when you're not doing key sanity that could literally be anywhere but behind Trinex. So it is just one of the trolliest items in this game, besides the Swamp Palace Small and the Castle Tower second key.
It really is. And Nash, I was going to say that Nash is probably going to go back in, considering he went back in for Left Side Swamp's only item, and is continuing to be very thorough here.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't blame him in this play because, again, you're in a position where you have to find the Ice Rod. There's nothing else that helps you. So you find the item here, you just leave if it's not the Ice Rod, and then you just decide what your next check is going to be.
Vanilla Compass is going to go check the lobby chest next. Going to leave cutscene chest for last, which makes sense because that takes the longest.
Yeah, now the question is, you have the bridge chest and the big key chest. When do you take those?
Nice
I really hope that Pix does not go into Turtle Rock. When he finds here.
Yeah, that could be rough. Because Pix does not know his fire rod is down on the bumper ledge. He never peeked it.
Alright, so it is on the cut. Oh, no, there's one more chest before the cutscene. Oh, magnet.
Alright, magnet. At least Nash isn't doing cutscene.
Yeah, so that was a good call there. All right, so let's see where he heads next now. He's got smiths, he's got hammer pegs, he's got all that. But he's gonna head to Turtle Rock.
I mean, it is the most checked in location left, as chat keeps pointing out, and it does make a lot of sense.
Oh, and Pix is gonna go into Turtle Rock here, finding that Cane of Samaria. And I hope for his sake, it locks him out very fast. Because the key logic could really be dangerous here. And if it's correct, get you all the way to Laser Bridge, which would be the biggest time loss for him. So this is just time loss right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need 2 keys to be in the front in order for the play, and of course the big key needs to be vanilla. Yeah, you need a lot, but it is possible. I have seen it happen. Oh yeah, Wimpy mentioning, yeah, 2 keys gives you access to Mimic Cave too. Oh, there's the first one. All right, so the dream for Pix continues of Fire Rod and Turtle Rock. He does not know this, but his opponent has the Fire Rod and is in the same dungeon as he is.
Yeah. Has a fire rod in the same dungeon and has 2 additional crystals.
There's the ice shot. Oh no! Well, at least Pix is stopped short, and Nash is about to hit go mode in just a couple of seconds. As soon as he gets to that chest, he will be in go mode. And this is now Nash's race to lose at this point.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even really think logistically there's a way that he could lose, unless he despawned GT a bunch of times. I think he's got at least a 20-minute lead now.
Yeah, even the difference between tempered and with silvers is only a couple minutes, and it's not nearly enough.
No, Fire Rod Gomon is not bad, but for him, the Fire Rod, he doesn't know where it is.
Yeah, he doesn't know where it is, and
all right, so 1 hour and 12 minutes and 26 seconds. Nash has officially entered go mode. He needs nothing else but big keys.
So yeah, Pix unfortunately just going to those pendant dungeons, not paying out today.
No, unfortunately not. And the thing is that he knew that look, bumper ledge is one of those things that until you have the cape, a lot of runners are like, especially if he didn't go that route, are not going to necessarily check on their first time through. And so, you know, unless you're a creature of habit that you always check it regardless of whether you have the item or not, it just, you know, it'll burn him today and then he'll never forget about it. And then the other problem is he got the cape so late that he might not even remember. And then it's one check versus all the other checks he has left. And he's like, probably like, what are the chances that that is the fire rod? And unfortunately, in this seed, that's where it is.
Yeah. And, like, it's not that the plays were entirely ridiculous, like back at East End having 3 items. Pod did have a lot of checks, it just didn't end up paying out. I thought Lampless Pod, Pendant Pod was a bit of a raise over for me at least. I mean, it wasn't the worst of plays. And, like, Bumper Ledge is especially hard when you don't have a mirror like they were missing this seed. Since you don't know if that mirror, because you'd like it to route it in with, you know, you'd like to route Bumper Legend with Graybeard Legend and all that, but without that, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not easy, unfortunately, and you know, like I said, that's just how this seed played out. You know, and had the fire rod been in Pendant Pod, we'd be having the same conversation from the other side.
We would, but that's Rando for you. Pix also taking the few. Did take some unfortunate deaths as well that just added to the time.
Yeah, he was not able to do Eastern in the dark, and so you know, again, Pix will take a 1-0 lead. Though we will not say that until he crosses that bridge and beats Ganon. But, you know, bearing a disaster, he will take a 1-0 lead. But again, we'll wait until he crosses the bridge. But in the meantime, yeah. Pix is going to finish up Meyer, and Nash finds the small key in the first chest of Turtle Rock, which is nice. At least he doesn't have to do too many of the laser skips. And as soon as Trinex is dead, I don't know if the bot is alive or dead in this channel, but if you guys want to put a number between 1 and 22 of where that big key is, maybe our tracker could keep an eye on who picks what, and we will tell you who wins, and you can win imaginary internet points, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically too soon, but the thing is, there's barely time to run any kind of guessing game at all when Trinex is your last crystal. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do informal. Sahabat's been dead.
Yeah, wait till Trinex is dead, everybody. Please wait till Trinex falls. Wait till he has the crystal and then let your numbers go.
Yeah, as chat mentioned, as our tracker Wimpy mentions in chat, it's not that Pix's plays were, you know, completely out of the blue. It just Rando sometimes today, and poor Pix got stuck on the receiving end of it.
Yep. All right, now chat, if you'd like anywhere from 1 to 22, where is that big key gonna be? So, my dear colleague, where is it gonna be for you?
I have put it in 14.
All right, I'm going to go with, okay, someone already picked 6, so I'm going to pick 12. So let's see where it is. And at the 117 mark, Nash is entering GT. And on route to definitely probably a sub 130.
Yeah.
All right, so Nash is going to the left first for check number 1, which is Bob Shorts, which is a small key. All right, check number 2 is another small key. Check 3, $20. Check 4. $5. Check 5. Compass. We're going to the left side.
You mean right side?
Sorry, right side. Yeah, the left and the right.
You're all good. Directions are hard.
Yeah. 6 is a piece of heart. 7 is another small key.
Alright, and Pix's Admire. Let's see where he goes next.
Yes, definitely the other left side. All right. Triple bombs. 8, 9. There's the big key. Number 10. Did anybody get it?
No, looks like Slippy Rod guessing 11 and Bird Beginner guessing 9 are the two closest today.
All right. So we'll go with Bright with the closest without going over. We'll do the Price is Right rules here. So congratulations. You win our imaginary internet points, Bright. Congratulations.
GG's. Yeah, it's time for the climb. Nice mimics there, first room. And the second room is... Oh, I feel the second one got a little bit away from him. Ouch. There we go.
I'm hoping for Pix's sake that he at least finds the fire rod before Nash finishes. That would be kind of... It's always bad when you aren't even in go mode and your opponent finishes. When I was, racing with the mentors and I would see my opponent done me and I wasn't even in go mode, it felt terrible. So hopefully for Pix, he does at least get to go mode so he doesn't feel as terrible.
Yeah, because it does not feel good when your opponent's done and you're like, I still have 2 dungeons and I have no idea where my go mode is.
Alright, so still working on the gauntlet is Nash and able to pretty much spam that fire rod as he dear fits.
Has half magic, I think still has a few potions left. Has 10 arrows on the smiths for Pix.
Well, he's close, but he's probably going to get the purple chest and mirror and leave. So he's probably not going to check North Dark World.
I think so, unfortunately.
Unless he happens to head north with the purple chest.
Oh, would be an
Or
interesting
not. Yeah, he's heading north. So, well, wait, no. Oh, where is he going?
Did he ever check? Oh, no, he's fluting.
Well, I guess you know what he's doing. If it's not here, he's gonna come right back to the portal into North Dark World. Not a bad choice to do it that way.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
Wimpy saying it's faster, so awesome. Oh, right, because you also can't do very much with the purple chest. You can't run around.
Alright, back he goes. Taking the portal, so should at least hit go mode here.
Thanks, where are you going? Go to the right thing. Okay, so he looks like he's gonna now check Bumper Ledge, and he's gonna find his fire rod, and it's gonna be too little, too late. But at the very least, he's at least gonna get his go mode before Nash finishes, so that's always good. And sees the fire rod and knows he's in deep trouble.
Yeah.
So all things considered, not too bad for him. I mean, again, a couple of things he needs to clean up before game 2, but and maybe stay away from the pendants a little less. And don't
Little
forget
more, you
Double
mean?
Edge.
Yeah. I mean, as mentioned, his plays have made sense. It just wasn't the seed for him.
Yeah, you know what? It was he didn't do the right plays in this seed to be victorious, and that's kind of basically the way I like to look at it. And if he had played a different, you play a different seed and the items are in a different place, it could have been very different results. So at 123, Nash is now in Aga 2. As Pix will finish Skull Woods. Again, just not the wrong plays, just the wrong plays for this seed. Ooh, nice triple there for Nash on Aga.
And there we go.
Bright, he could have Ganon, if he falls to Ganon, but in order for Pix to catch up legitimately, he'd have to fall about 10 or 15 times or more.
Yeah, because Pix still has to do Mothula, which is gonna take a while. Also needs to keep an eye on that health there. Next needs to do Mothula, then needs to go all the way through Turtle Rock and then go to GT. It's not the fastest.
No. And based on what I'm seeing, he just needs to be a little more careful with his health there. And takes a death. I think he was being a little too aggressive there.
A couple
And the rage
slashes
slashes to tell us that that's the case.
Yep. I'll stand for Pix.
Well, he's on to his 7th crystal now, so just needs a few more falls from Ganon. Maybe a couple more deaths. All right, on to phase 2, where Ganon is in the weirdest spot ever.
Yeah, that's a really wacky
He's like
spot
praying to something, I think. I'm not quite sure. I didn't even know he could do that.
Yeah, we're just sitting out in the middle of the arena there.
Right? I'd have to have somebody who knows more. I didn't know Ganon could be there.
Alright, and he's having fun with warps.
And with silver arrows, a much easier fight than having to spin.
No.
Oh no, he didn't find the silver arrows. Never mind.
Nice punch points though.
Yeah. All right, 12 spins with the tempered sword is all he needs. He could get some triples in there, I'm sure.
I think that was a double on this first cycle.
And definitely something that if you are new to the game or have never run Rando before, definitely learning Silverless Ganon is probably your first thing you should do. Because looking for silver arrows takes forever if you don't know where it is. Although he does tell you, but knowing the Dark World doesn't help you because the Dark World's large. I think just a few more spins here. Oh, down goes Ganon. And now all Nash has to do is cross a little 1x3 bridge. So get your GGs ready in chat for Nash.
Have to take game 1 of the Tempered Sword Finals here with an official time of 1:27:28. GGs.
And Pix just got the sad news, and does not look like he'll be finishing this seed, so not going to do the rest of it. So GGs to both Nash and Pix.
GGs.
We'll see if either one of them want to come in and join us for an interview here. Um, talk about one game, about their thoughts about this seed. But in the meantime, what do you think of this seed overall?
I mean, pretty decent seed. A couple quirks, some interesting item placements, but not too bad.
No, I mean it wasn't. It was a pretty, and the ice rod hunt wasn't too gross. Um, so yeah. So yeah, let's see what Nash's collection rate will be when we get to that point. And please give both our runners picks and Nash a follow. They have done an incredible job giving us an hour and a half of their time racing this seed, and also give the Go Mode podcast a follow as well as our tracker Wimpy and my co-commentary Star, as well as myself Nitro6003, and our Restreamer today, which was Minus, I believe is how you pronounce it. If
Yes,
I
it
don't,
was.
I do apologize. And we are joined by Pix and Nash. GG's to you both.
GG.
GG's.
GG's.
So we'll start with Nash. What are your thoughts of this seed?
Felt pretty standard, except for, I guess, that Ice Rod and Turtle Rock, which I was pretty excited about.
And we'll go to you, Pix. And what were your thoughts of this seed overall?
Dying in Eastern just kind of wrecked my day, and I followed it up with a couple of bad plays. When I got the lamp, I was like, well, if that lamp hard locks Fire Rod, I might have like a path back into this. And so I think at that point, I just skipped anything that was not, we get the mirror at the end there behind that lamp, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna skip anything that's not mirror locked. And then it was, the mid's behind the mirror, and I was like, okay, if it's not mirror, mid's locked, I don't care about it. And I felt pretty good, and then I saw the dot done.
But at least before you got your dot done, you found the fire rod. So that's always the bane, is to not be at least in go mode before your opponent finishes. Yeah, and it was kind of just a situation where you kind of didn't look at where it was, and your opponent had that knowledge before you. So,
Yeah,
but
following that same thought process, though, there wasn't really a good reason for me to go to North Dark World, following that logic of stay with stuff behind the mirror, stay with stuff behind the mitts. So, and I also have a bad habit of not peeking it, but I knew if it was in the front of Skull Woods, that was going to be bad for me. And then I didn't think Bumper Ledge would be that bad when I found the cane, but kind of forgot you can just see it.
Yeah, Nash routed in the front of Skull Woods with and Bumper Ledge together, basically.
Yeah, I kind of just decided to play it safe and go check the front of Skull Woods right as soon as I got into the Dark World, or North Dark World, I guess, instead of going straight down to Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, that would have been the smart way to play it. I kind of realized about 15 minutes in that the lamp put the ped in logic, and that really kind of threw some stuff off for me. So I'd already done Hera up on the mountain, and I was like, well, okay, when Nash gets down here, he's probably gonna know that the ped is dead. So maybe I'll go deeper in Thieves Town, and that'll help me make up some time. But just double down on a few bad decisions.
Yeah, you full clearing all the pendant dungeons besides Helma really didn't put you in a good spot, unfortunately, because it made sense on where you were at. It just didn't pay out with anything at all.
and it wasn't the worst play. We didn't know if there was anything in on Helma, but I mean, at that time when you went into pod, it was not a bad choice because of what the seed wanted you to do was go to catfish, which was again a lone check all the way in the middle of nowhere to get your lamp to then get your progression, which was in Desert Palace. So I don't blame you for going independent pod before doing catfish.
I think Homo was a map too.
Let's see, that would make sense. Yeah, Nash only did the first, got the 2 items out of Hera and bailed, did the Front of Thieves and bailed. Uh, Never touched pod, and that helped a lot.
So now the most important question for you both is, when is game 2?
Same time Wednesday.
Same time Wednesday. So anything that you guys, between the two of you, thought that you could have done or would have liked to have done better in this seed?
I think early game, some of my routing was weird. Like, kind of, I couldn't just pick some option and commit to it, so I ended up just like fluting back and forth everywhere. But I think I kind of picked it up later on, so I wasn't doing that so much.
Yeah, your later game was pretty clean, by and large. Just happened to find all the items on the way, more or less, as it turns out. That really well for routing. And you picks?
Well, we had catfish this time, so I feel pretty confident skipping it next time because there's no way it'll be twice in a row, right?
It's not twice until it is.
No, I think work on that back of Eastern Darkroom. Make sure I don't die there next time if I get very early access to it. I think that that kind of threw me off for probably about 10 minutes or so, and then it started to settle back in, and I think I had a good read on the late game of the seed. It was just, if that fire rod could have been, in Graveyard Ledge or Purple Chest instead of being in plain sight, I think that would have been better for me.
I think so, yeah.
But Nash is really good, and there's nothing wrong with being the 18th best player in the Mentor tournament.
I appreciate it, but I guess we still have games 2 and 3. Anything can happen in Rando.
Yeah, that's what Rando does. Rando could randos.
That's for sure. But I do think that's about it from me for questions. It doesn't look like chat has any others.
Well, if chat doesn't have any others, please, again, if you guys haven't already, follow both of our runners, both Nash and Pix. They have put on an amazing show for us. And don't forget, game 2 is Wednesday. Same time, same place. Probably will get some kind of restream, I'm sure, available. And also make sure you check out the Go Mode Podcast races, which is now in the link as well. And check out the Go Mode Podcast. It's kind of really a lot of fun. And, if you have never played before, it's a great place to get started. There's a lot of good people that will help you get started. And, if you'd like to close us out, Star, you can do that.
All right, so yeah, GG's to both of our runners, to Pix and to Nash, for putting on a great show. And good luck to both of you in your game 2. Shout outs to my co-commentator Nitro, to our tracker WorldWideWimpy, and to our Restreamer Minus. And that will be it for us tonight. Thank you for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.